There was a village called Lawrence. An old woman named Jessica lived there. She had no family, not even a son or a daughter, and no other relatives. She was all alone. She had a large apple garden, and the trees were always laden with golden apples. Even though Jessica had none in her family, she loved children very much. When the children finished playing in the garden, Jessica gave each children a golden apple. This is how Jessica's day passed.
In a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess. The king loved her very much.
When the children could not play in the rain-soaked garden, Jessica used to tell them stories. The children used to call Jessica lovingly by a sweet name.
Story Nanny, what story will you tell today?
A little ghost happened to be flying by that garden one day. Jessica was her former birth mother, and he knew this just by looking at her. He then quietly lands in the garden. He began to reflect on his previous existence, remembering how he had once dozed off carelessly on her lap while being loved, fed, and cared for. The little ghost took the form of a small boy and came from behind the tree.
Give me an apple. Whose child are you? I have not seen you before. I am new to this neighborhood. What is your name, son? People call me Little Ghost. What? Who gave such a beautiful boy such a weird name? So what's your father's name? I have no parents. I am an orphan. I beg from house to house and respond to with whatever name they call. See, Mom, how fast I can swim. No, son. The pond is deep. You must remain there until I return. Understood?
Many years ago, she too had a sweet-looking son. That boy died after falling into the pond. The old woman wept bitterly, remembering her dead son.
Don't cry, old lady. I'll take away all of your sorrows. If you don't have any problem, you can stay with me, my child. All right.
The little ghost got happy in his heart. He gladly agreed. The little ghost used to stay with the old woman in the form of a boy all day. And at night, when the old woman fell asleep, he wandered around. There also lived two cheaters in the village. Their names were John and Jack, and they were very good friends and partners in crime. Their eyes were on the old woman's apple orchard. Hey buddy, this old lady has no family. Let's seize her garden. That will be nice. We will be rich. So one day they come to the old lady to threaten her to give her orchard to them. Hey old lady, listen. Give us the garden. We will pay a lot of money. With the money, you will live lavishly for the rest of your life.
I forgive you for whatever you said today. Never again dare to utter this nonsense. This garden is everything to me. You can both get lost from here. Right now.
All right, today we are leaving. We'll be back another day. One day, both of them brought a poisonous snake in a box and let it loose in the garden. Now let's enjoy. Hey old woman, we have been asking for the garden for a while now. We will give you a lot of money and the money will make your life good. But you are not listening to our advice, eh? We will throw you out, not only from the garden, but also from the neighborhood. Better agree with us. After this, you will not only lose the money, but also the garden. Upon hearing these words from behind the tree, the little ghost became furious. He changed into a flying ghost and approached them in an effort to teach them a lesson.
Hey, how dare you mess with my mother?
He summons a terrible storm which causes a huge tree to fall and crush the two of them.
Mom, don't be afraid. I was your son when I was alive. Nobody will able to harm you while I'm here. If I ever see you around this house again, you won't be able to return with your life. I am leaving you today.
Both John and Jack run for their lives. They were never seen in the vicinity of the garden from that day. Nobody has threatened the elderly woman since that time. The old lady was overjoyed to find her lost son, and they went on to have a happy life together.